Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about a topic that has been on my mind for the longest time. Finally, I feel like I'm ready to talk about it. It is body positivity and the toxic side of it. It is body positivity and the toxic side of the movement. Since I started making content, I have been calling myself a body positive content creator, and I thought there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I make videos to help people feel better about their body. People with body maybe similar to my body type or different body type, but somehow can relate to me having insecurity and being body shamed, and that's why I call my content body positive. What triggered me to make this video is recently I was invited to an event called the BotCon. It's like an online conference that helps people feel confident or love their body. The event invites maybe like 20-30 speakers, and I was one of the speakers on a panel. So the speakers that the event invites all come from different body shapes and sizes with different ability and genders. I think that is amazing, and I feel so honored to be included in this event. For the past 1 week on their Instagram, they have been announcing speakers for the event, and everything was going well until they started posting about me. On the post that they introduced me as one of the speakers, there were several comments that made me question if I should still be body positive. And I'm gonna read out one of the comments to you. As much as I am all for acceptance of our bodies and just loving and living in our bodies, this post is not it. Fat shaming and skinny shaming are very different. Body positivity was made for marginalized fat bodies who are not getting the same treatment and benefits in life that others get. They are compared to what not to be constantly in a world where being smaller is praised. You need to change the terminology to something that is not associated to that movement. I feel bad for her for being made fun of and criticized in her life for her body, but she likely get a lot of privileges in life because of it too. Her story is valid but should not be associated with body positivity or being called skinny shaming. I have a lot to say about this because this is not the first time that I see there's a subset of people that don't want to include skinny people, thin people in the body positivity movement because they say that the movement was started for and still for only people of color with bigger bodies. I also want to bring up an Instagram post that I recently came across that I think would make the point clearer. This creator posted on her Instagram a post that include multiple body positivity accounts of thinner women, and this is what she has to say. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. It really bugs me that thin people are taking up a lot of space in the body positivity / self-love corner of the internet. I know I'm going to get backlash for this, but it's honestly a major thing for plus-size creators. A lot of these people make big money and have great success creating this content. Also great. The problem for me is that I've noticed for myself as well as many other plus-size creators in the same corner of the internet is that we don't get half of the recognition that slender people do. I find that most slender content creators who promote body acceptance have to distort their body in order to show off their imperfections. Unlike them, I don't have thin privilege. I can't take out my fatness when it's convenient or advantageous for me and live the rest of my day without scrutiny or being shamed. And yet, these accounts have hundreds of thousands of followers, even millions. People love these accounts. It allows them to feel good about themselves without having to confront their internalized fat phobia. I could post this same damn photo and not get any engagement from it. Why is that? Because people inherently believe that my body is bad, whether consciously or not. It's so damn hard. I would love to be able to support myself by doing what I love and help people through social media. The problem is that my body isn't palatable. But instead, it's these slender influencers that are making big bucks from brand deals, creating their own fashion lines, receiving massive opportunities, instead of those living in more marginalized bodies who are portraying the same message. Be vocal, tell your favorite influencer that it's time to pass the damn mic. Making a purchase through an influencer, stop and check to see if that brand has inclusive sizing. diversify your feed. We don't have to only follow slender white women. There's a lot to unpack. This particular creator has a plus size body, and I respect everyone's opinion. I think that there's valid points in both sides of the argument, but just speaking from the point of view of a skinny woman creating body positive content for the past 3 years, this is what I have to say. A lot of other creators on YouTube have done videos on this topic, and they have talked in great lengths about the history of body positivity, and I highly recommend you to check out their videos because they are great. I'll put them here. I will not go into the history of body positivity movement in depth because I think other people have talked about it better than me, but I just want to say that I acknowledge and I understand the fact that the movement was started out to support people of color with larger bodies. I agree that people with larger bodies have suffered a lot and have been discriminated a lot in society historically and even until now. However, I think that the body positivity movement has evolved over time to be inclusive, to include not only people with larger bodies, but people of all shapes and sizes, people with different abilities or special needs, or even burn victims, and everyone. It has evolved to include everyone. And so I find it hard to understand why a certain subset of people in the movement wants to gatekeep the movement and wants to exclude other people from being in the movement.
And you can't sit with us.
It's like everybody is body positive until they see someone who is skinny and try to love their body, and they would go to my comment section or other slender creators comment section and say that, oh, you have the ideal body type, or you have thin privilege, and so the movement is not for you, or skinny shaming is not the real thing. And I find it interesting because in one of the comments she was saying that my story is valid, but at the same time she was saying skinny shaming is not a real thing. It's very conflicting. You know, you can't say that someone's story is valid and then invalidate their story by saying skinny shaming is not the real thing, or is bullying and is not skinny shaming. Why do you have to gatekeep a terminology that has over time evolved to be inclusive of all body types? And why do we have to even compare the struggles of bigger people to struggles of thin people? I think that the feeling of insecurity is subjective and is different for everyone, but at the same time, it's similar. I can feel insecure and you can feel insecure. It's not dependent on the body type that you're in. Anyone could feel insecure. I don't think that the movement should be about comparing our struggle or saying that I have more struggles than you, I go through more discrimination than you, so I deserve more platform, or I deserve more followings than you, I deserve a bigger voice than you. I don't think that it should be about comparison. I think that it should be about inclusivity. And to continue what I was saying, these slender influencers have a platform because a lot of people relate to them. And the same goes with me. I have a platform and followings because there are certain people out there like you who relate to my content, relate to my insecurity, have the same body type as me. And I think that we all in this together, we all in this movement together, and different people will find different creators relatable. I don't think that slender influencers are taking the platform, are taking the movement away from plus size creators, because if there's someone who's plus size and is insecure about their body and wants to work on their self-love and their self-confidence, they will seek out people with the similar body type as them and relate to that creator. The similar goes with people with smaller chest or smaller body. And I just feel like from the post that I share with you, there's certain sentence when I read it and I just feel like, and it's just my own feeling, I'm not saying that this is true, I just feel like from what she was writing, there's a little bit of jealousy in there, because she was mentioning how slender creators have hundreds or millions of followers and brand deals and fashion line. I think that it's completely understandable to feel like that if you're a plus size creator and you feel like you're not getting the amount of attention or support or platform that you think you deserve, I think that is totally understandable, because I could relate to that. Sometimes I look at other creators and I feel like, oh my god, I don't measure up, or my content is not good enough, my content is not good as them. But I would not want to call them out, or I would not want to say that they take away my platform or they take away my movement, because I understand that everyone is on their own journey and they have their own audience, and I have my own audience. People who are meant to find me will find me. The audience that my content is made for will find me. We should not gatekeep the community. I don't want to gatekeep body positivity from any group of people, because from my understanding and what body positivity means to me is that body positivity is meant for everyone, is meant to help everyone to feel positive about their body. That's literally the terminology. When people say that I should not put body positivity in my bio because the movement is made for larger bodies, I just don't understand. Like, yeah, of course, the movement was made for them, but over time it has evolved. We're not here to take away your platform, or we're not here to take away your movement. We just want to be included. I hope that we can all lift each other up and not try to exclude each other from a positive movement that I think should be for everyone. The next point that I want to bring up is that a lot of people still think that skinny shaming is not the real thing, and I have done a lot of videos about this in the past, but I just want to quickly talk about it here. In this video, I just want to quickly bring it up and state it again that skinny shaming is real. There are lots of people out there who go through it. It's a form of body shaming. If you have fat shaming, then you have skinny shaming. If you believe in fat shaming, then you should also believe in skinny shaming, because it's just another form of body shaming. Throughout the years, I received countless of comments and messages from people that told me their stories. It's not just me, it's hundreds and thousands of people out there who go through this. And I would really hope that there would be a day that everyone would understand that skinny shaming is a real thing, that people would stop saying things like you need to eat, or do you even eat, you will be blown away in the wind, or all I see is bones and you look like a skeleton, all those things. So that's why I'm trying my best through my content to spread more awareness on this issue and help more people. The creator also mentioned something like slender influencers with a platform should pass the mic to other marginalized people with larger body, people of color. And for me, I don't really agree with this, because I feel like everyone who has a platform has the right to their platform. If you have your own Instagram account, you have the right to your Instagram account, right? You have the right to speak from your experience and tell people about your story. I think that saying that thin people should pass the mic to fat people so fat people can have a bigger platform is another way of excluding thin people from the conversation about body positivity. I feel like a lot of times bigger people assume that thin people don't have any insecurity or struggle with their body image, and it's not true. Like, come back to the point of what I was saying earlier, we just want to be included. We don't want to take away your platform. You can say that slender people have millions and hundreds of thousands of followers, but there are also a lot of other plus size creators who are so well known, so successful, like Lizzo, like Alicia McDowell, and a lot of other creators that I adore, and I absolutely love what they're doing. And I would no way would want to say that they take away the platform for skinny people. You can come to us and tell us that our struggles are not bad enough, are not valid enough to have a platform, that your struggle is much worse than our struggle, because there should be no comparison in terms of what we go through. Thank you so much for watching till this point and hearing my rant and my opinion on body positivity as a slender woman in this space. Should I still call myself a body positive content creator? Yes, 100%. Because I don't think the term body positivity should be kept away from skinny people. It should include every man, every woman, of every gender, every ability, and every skin color, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love to hear your opinion, what you think about the body positivity movement, whether it being inclusive or exclusive for people of different body types. I love to hear what you think. So let me know in the comment, and till next time, love yourself, be kind to yourself, and treat others the same way. Bye bye.